This is Jerry from Fight Commentary Breakdowns. We have a very action-packed night brought to you by Southeast Asia Fighting Championship, Martial Arts Thailand. Another sponsor is the Dojo.com, which I'm part of too. We'll talk about that a lot more as the night goes on. I will be commentating tonight along with some other guests of my channel. A lot of you love Rob. Rob will make an appearance. Alex will be here. And Jerry, Hispanic Jerry. I'm Asian Jerry, of course. So tonight is action-packed. We have a lot of regulars and some newcomers. The first match is a boxing match. Second match is a boxing match. Third match and fourth matches are MMA matches. The fifth match is special because the organizer of this, Nick, is fighting. So that's an exciting one. Then we have two co-main events. The first one is Poe versus Fanny. That's a flyweight boxing match. And the second is Mariana versus Nong Noi in a kickboxing match. So action-packed, lots of countries represented, guys and girls. Which one are you most excited for? Whatever the case, this next one is a boxing match between Kofi and Toby the Kid. So Kofi Denman versus Toby the Kid Mcnerlin.
Alive or dead, it's your choice.
His name is No Fucking Money. Yes!
He loves the Bangkok rolling we got going on now. Big swing by Ali. Yeah, there we go. Finally got the distance.
Steven the Panda Price.
There we go. He loves you. Left hand from Panda, that hook.
Denman.
Holy kicking, and he's acting like a tough guy. Oh! Nice knee.
Good solid knee there from the elbow. Elbow dropped him.
Dropped him at the end.
Creating your own online studio has never been easier. With the Dojo's turnkey solution, you'll have the opportunity to reach new and existing clients, organize your curriculum, and set your own schedule as you grow your business. We've designed the Dojo with your needs, wants, and goals in mind because we are just like you. We're martial arts instructors with decades of experience who passionately care about our industry. With the Dojo, you'll be able to set your own schedule, set your own pricing, and have a platform to advertise your school and reach a global audience. Dollar for dollar, there's no better subscription service available. With our platform, you'll be able to curate your content and live stream your classes. When a student subscribes to your program, you'll earn 90% of that subscription fee. You'll have access to all the community building tools that will allow you and your students to interact and have meaningful conversations via message boards, forums, and personalized content galleries. For more details, visit thedojo.com.
Okay, so I'm here with Jerry, Hispanic Jerry. I'm Asian Jerry. And this is Fight Commentary Breakdowns. And this is a fight between Kofi Denman, or Coffee, I'm going to call him Kofi, and the Kid. One's Irish and one's Thai. Now, Kofi's from the Denman camp. A lot of Denmans who fight in Thailand, so they're a very powerful force to be reckoned with. Now, the Kid right here, this Irish guy, he's had one fight before, and it was a loss. So this, I think it's the second fight. And he's fighting out of Wildcard MMA and Yorky MMA, so he's got two gym affiliations. Here they go, look at that bright spotlight. The ref has a little bit of a mask on him. Good, thanks for following protocol, these global protocols. There's a boxing match. The Kid, aka Toby, is the white guy, and Kofi is the Thai guy. So this is from Full Metal Dojo, aka CFC, and The Dojo, Potion also. There's lots of sponsors, lots of great collabs. So one guy, Kofi, has his hands pretty low. Woof! Swinging bombs right there. And, so he's headhunting a little bit, our Toby guy. Which is good because if Kofi has his hands pretty low, right, aim towards his face. What if he's baiting?
Yeah, Toby's not really throwing anything. It's more like, I'm going to go in, I'm going to go in.
Jab.
Not really going in.
Yeah. That's another thing, right? How think about when you're punching. Do you punch at them, punch through them? These are kind of things to think about when you hit in general. And he's got cool glove design. He's got the gold, white. So look at it. Kofi's pretty confident. He's like, you don't phase me.
Yeah, he isn't throwing anything. At this point, I would actually try to eat one of those fake punches and just go
to show him.
in.
Yeah, sometimes your body needs to get accustomed to the fact that there are blows coming over, right? So you even put your gloves up, just kind of like take one. Oh, that was a pretty big attempt at a cross by the kid. Ooh, Kofi's very confident. I wonder where he gets this kind of hands down style from. I think Poe, whose fight we'll see later, Poe kind of fights a little bit like Kofi too, hands down. The skin color difference is very evident in this. I like that the kid puts his right hand to his face when he's punching, so he's got very good kind of foundations. See how the kid kind of has his left very low when he throws his right. If Toby notices that, he should be able to take advantage of it like that.
There's no elbows here, right?
Yeah, no elbows. Although I guess you could kind of block with your elbow a little, which is kind of what he looked like he was trying to do. That was pretty cool. Ooh, that was great. Kind of check the opponent's strike and punched back with a jab. Oof. So far, if you notice, they're only aiming towards the head. I haven't seen any body shots.
Yeah, that's true. And there are plenty there.
Yeah, there are plenty there. Yeah, so that's interesting. I mean, sometimes, especially if these two are pretty new to the fight game, you just want to headhunt, right? But as you get more experience into sparring and into fighting, you realize that, oh yeah, hitting at the body's powerful. Also, I believe the kid just switched his stance. They were both orthodox. He switched to southpaw for a little bit. See now he has his right leg in front. That's interesting. So our man Toby, he switches his stance sometimes. Also a note to the camera people, yeah, that's a better, show the whole thing. We want to see their footwork. We don't just want to see their upper body. So that's a little camera tip that they read our mind. End of the first round. Again, this is CFC and the dojo and some other sponsors too. Mostly collaboration between CFC and the dojo. So these are some highlights.
Who do you think takes the first round?
Ooh, I probably would give the first round to Toby. I think Toby threw more. Kofi just kind of sat back, and sure, he dodged some of it and he threw some back, but I think by volume, Toby threw more. And there were connections on both sides, so I would give it to Toby. I walked a dog named Kobe, so sometimes I might call him Toby. Kobe. So, that guy who's at Toby's corner, he's one of the guys behind Full Metal Dojo, so I don't know who the coach is of Kofi. I hope it's Kofi, like Kofi Annan, and not coffee. I have a coffee addiction, so sometimes when I see things related to that, I have to want to go drink coffee. So, Jerry, it's your responsibility later to get me to not drink coffee.
It will do.
So here we go, round two. Let's see if there's any change up in strategy. Kofi still has his hands very low. He's almost trying to do like a Philly shell, but it's not really a Philly shell. It's like, it has a forearm thing going. Mm-hmm. His left forearm keeps raising.
It's very interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know what style he gets that from.
Yeah. Ooh, that was a good left hook that connected. Now, from the fighter description, it said that Kofi kind of grew up watching Muay Thai, and he probably has a lot of Muay Thai influence, some Muay Thai training too, so.
Yeah, that would explain it. But seeing how there's a boxing match, him having his arms very low, there's not much benefit. There's hardly any benefit in any other style, but yeah. At least you could throw a kick or something and get more momentum going. But.
Exactly. Especially, like you said, in kickboxing matches, sometimes their arms will be low to be able to do the centripetal force better for their kicks, right? But,
yeah, but here it's...
Unless you're just really just taunting, which could be. That was a great jab. So he's throwing much more bombs now. I think Kofi realized he probably lost the first round, so he's throwing a lot more bombs. If I were Toby, I mean, since you have the reach advantage, you're taller, and our Thai fighter has his hands low, I feel like he should be landing more jabs. But that being said, we do notice some head movement by Kofi, so there was a really cool little tip that someone gave me for people who started out in boxing who, you know, aren't sure about how to train their heads to move. It's just before you strike, move your head. After you strike, move your head. Instead of thinking about head movement all the time, just remember, before you strike, move your head. After strike, move your head. Because if you're boxing, you're probably striking a lot. So that kind of just trains you to just start moving your head more. But then if the opponent starts noticing that you are moving your head every time before you strike, then it becomes almost a telegraph.
Yeah, just don't pick one side all the time, the same side.
Oh, that was did you see that? A body jab. The kid threw one body jab. Oof. I think the key with any kind of body jabs is you can't just lower your level. You have to get your head off center line too. So if we see a replay later, you'll see he lowered his level for the jab, but he didn't get his head off center line. Oh, that was a great little. He slipped that punch. Kofi did. So, game on. The ref shirt says. Look at that. There we go. You see, Toby took advantage of the fact that Kofi's hand wasn't near, his other hand wasn't near his face. So he connected. There we go. There we go. Woo, good head movement. But again, your hand should be there too. If you have hands there and head movement, then you're doing pretty well.
If we see now, Toby's starting to follow up most of his jabs.
That's right.
In the first round and at the start of this round, he kept throwing these warning shots almost.
Yeah.
That's going to tire him up pretty quickly if this drags on.
Yeah, just striking at air. Exactly. So you have to follow up, like Jerry said. So you see that elbow going up? And that was a good combo. Hope it shows.
Yeah, that looks like some Tony Jaa.
Tony Jaa style. Yeah. Ooh, he actually connected with an elbow a little bit there. Yeah. I probably would give this round to the kid too, although Kofi did throw some bombs too, but I think the kid landed more in this round. Whereas the first round he didn't land more, he just threw more. This round I think he landed more. So, again, you're watching Fight Night brought to you by CFC and The Dojo. And if you look on screen, there's other sponsors too. It looks like there's Shinju, there's Potion, there's Ali Barbecue, there's Sportsman, and of course there's Full Metal Dojo. But Full Metal Dojo is a brand. It's a part of CFC, Southeast Asian Fighting Championship. Also, guys, definitely go check out The Dojo. That's, besides us being from Fight Commentary Breakdowns, we're on The Dojo also. So, thedojo.com. So, adjusting something.
Yeah.
His hands are still pretty low, Kofi.
I think that's just how he fights.
Just how he fights, huh? I think I used to fight like that when I would get into school fights back in the day. My hands were pretty low, but I kicked. That's the thing.
Yeah.
But I definitely ate a few punches to the face because I didn't have my hands up. Look at her.
Again with those warning jabs.
Yeah, warning jabs. I mean, I get it, you're trying to gauge distance and stuff, but at a certain point, it shouldn't be just gauge distance, right? It should connect. So, I noticed both of them are pretty good at kind of moving laterally and angling off. So they're not just moving forward or back, which, you know, props to their boxing coach for teaching that. You see, the kid's always angling off. Woo! Wild overhand right.
He needs to do more of that when rushing in.
Yeah. Because he has the superior head movement, Kofi. So utilize your head movement and exactly rush in and throw some bombs.
And he already knows Toby's gonna throw a warning punch out of every 5.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's true. Every time you time that, so next warning punch, boom, go in.
The thing about warning punches too, if you learn how to take them, it demoralizes your opponent.
Yeah.
Like, what do I gotta do to knock this guy out?
Yeah, like Yilong would do that, right? Yilong would use his forehead and be like, "Oh, look at that! Your punches don't faze me." And then there's that one time he did it, and the guy uppercutted him. And so if you're gonna play the Iron Head game, you must watch out for uppercuts and hooks. Oh, there we go, in the corner, in the corner.
Your hands up, put your hands up.
Yep. He almost put him in a clinch, Kofi. I think a good lesson we're learning from this also is if you're going to do boxing, make sure to do some boxing-specific training because it looks like Kofi is a pretty decent Muay Thai fighter, but there's some Muay Thai habits that aren't helping him.
Mm-hmm. And it's hard. If you start off in another art and you go into boxing, it's like your body just takes over, reflexes just take over.
Yeah. Even just your boxing stance, right? It's a little bit more bladed. It's a little bit more shouldered off. But if you translate that into Muay Thai, you get leg kicked like crazy. And so when I train Muay Thai, they always go, Jerry, why you stand like a boxer? I'm like, that's because I started out training in boxing after a long absence of martial arts training. So I still like to stand kind of like a boxer, but in Muay Thai, that just asks me for trouble. But you know, if you're doing boxing right, the Muay Thai stance is the most helpful. You want to have a wider base in boxing. Dude, the kid is definitely winning in points here, just by ring dominance and yeah. So I think if I were to give this, it's definitely going to go to the kid.
Yeah, after this like last 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Clearly.
Yep. So I mean, Kofi did a good job to his credit, but again, I don't understand why the hands weren't at his face. So, and if he was going to do the Philly shell, he wasn't really doing the Philly shell, right? The Philly shell is much more shoulder off. You know, you're basically hiding your chin in your shoulder. He wasn't really doing that, but he had certain movements that almost looked like the Philly shell. So, yeah, I think it's going to go to the kid. Yeah, 3-round match. So, yeah. Thai people, or Thai fight, it says on the shorts. Imagine what's going through a fighter's head when they're announcing who's taking the victory, right? That's almost as stressful as the fight itself. So shout out to the blinds being open in the back to mess with the color and the light scheme here.
It looks like it's super underground.
Yeah, it looks super underground, exactly.
We're going to see the FBI.
The FBI, or the Thai version of the FBI. Yeah, so yeah, the kid, Toby, won this. I think it's a well-deserved victory. Kofi did a good job, but again, he didn't throw as much, and he also didn't land as much, and control-wise, Toby dominated ring control, so I definitely look forward to seeing both of these back. So next fight, another Denman, Tetee's fighting, and another fight commentary host, Alex, will be here. You've seen Alex in our epic Tai Chi Master Bullshido video. So Alex will be the commentator on Tetee Denman versus Bryson Collins. Okay, so Tetee Denman versus Bryson Collins. Yep. And Bryson is South African, Tetee's, of course, Thai. There's a boxing match also.
Interesting.
And again, they put the white guy under the white to just emphasize how white looking he is.
Yeah. Emphasize his holiness.
Yes, exactly.
Dude, he looks like he's about to perform like Michael Jackson.
Yeah, a little bit, right? Yeah, he looks like,
the spotlight.
He got the white gloves too. You knocked me off of my feet, no baby, with the boxing gloves. So, yeah. This is, of course, Full Metal Dojo, CFC, The Dojo, and Ali's Barbecue.
Yeah.
So these 4 sponsors. Tetee's very controlled. Bryson's the one that's being a little bit more aggressive. Ooh, he switched stances.
Oh, nice. Wow. Oh, interesting.
It's a kind of a little deception going on.
Yeah.
Right? It messes with your mind. So, Tetee's a very seasoned fighter. I think he's fought Bryson before. I could be wrong, but either way, they're both being very careful.
Yeah.
Ooh, that was great.
That was good.
Yeah.
Body shot.
Yeah. See, going to the body works, man. But Bryson better keep his hands closer to his face. He had his face wide open during that.
Yeah. Does Bryson have the reach advantage?
I don't know.
Looks like
he might. He keeps lowering his level, so I don't know how much reach he has.
But then Tetee has looks like he's putting long arms as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Bryson's shorts with the Spartan shorts.
Yeah,
Makes his
exactly.
movements more like flowy.
Yeah. Makes it scarier a little bit.
Yeah.
It all factors into the psychology, man.
Yeah.
So Tetee's stuck with his southpaw.
Ooh.
I will say Bryson kind of artificially kind of lowering his level to be deceptive all the time. It's gonna, by the third round, his legs are gonna get tired.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
You gotta be careful how much you kind of like give him deception, so to speak.
And plus, Tetee can start reading his rhythm.
Yeah.
Find little pockets where he can counter.
Exactly.
Advantage. Yeah, that's nice.
Because when I first started taking boxing lessons back in the day, I would be the one. I would always go a little low because I did kung fu, right? So I'm used to low stances. My coach would be like, "Stop doing that," because by the third round, by the fourth round, fifth round, or whatever, you're gonna be really tired of your legs.
Yeah.
So I had to correct that because I used to be very low too. So, woo. Yeah. I will say the red mouth guard that Tetee has under the light is pretty scary.
Yeah.
Like that mess with my mind, man. I don't know how. This is just what we're watching. I don't know what the lighting actually is when they fought, but this lighting seems like it's really, there's a lot of light in the eyes. So, it just could be a camera thing because you notice there's it's light outside, right? So it could be just a camera problem. So that was the end of the first round.
Dang, that's right.
I think if I had to give this round to someone, it'd probably go to Bryson.
Yeah, just being the more aggressive.
Yeah, being the more aggressive one. But it looks like the highlights are showing TT's connections. Yeah. So.
Is TT the more experienced fighter?
I think so.
Earlier,
Yeah. I haven't had barbecue in a while, man. Also, guys, definitely go check out the dojo. The dojo will have a lot of cool videos and instructors from Thailand. But of course, if you think I'm funny or you don't think I'm funny, you should go to Fight Commentary Breakdowns on the dojo and talk some smack to me. Because we don't, YouTube doesn't really encourage that anymore, but you can talk smack to me on the dojo. In fact, give me your best insults. You could, your mother was a hamster, but your father smelled of elderberry. What a movie am I quoting, guys? Anyways, back to the match. See, he's still very low. Our man Bryson's still very,
I think you're right. I think his legs are gonna give out.
Yeah, his Tetee has that same kind of like almost elbow little block thing you saw earlier that his brother did. I hope that's his brother. I mean, they're both Denmans. Brothers. Brother-in-laws. Brother from another mother.
I wonder if it's a Muay Thai skill that he's trying to translate into boxing for.
Although we've also seen Mayweather kind of do that in 52 blocks too. We see it too. So. Ooh. So he's got a good jab. The funny thing is, even though Bryson's more explosive, Tetee's more of like the stalker priest. I'd be actually more scared to go up against Tetee.
Yeah.
I hope I'm calling his name right. He's not Tetee. I knew a guy named Taylor, and he was like, "Call me Tetee." So that's what I think. It's Tetee, not Tetee. Good. See, Tetee is really good at kind of using his jab. And when in doubt, just keep using your jab to just gauge the distance.
Yeah.
He's really good with that.
Going out and coming in.
Yeah. So, I mean, he also moves his head. Both of them.
Yeah.
Ooh, that was great. Just 1-2. Tetee 3.
I think Bryson's trying to load up big hook or uppercuts.
Yeah, he was also leading with a cross for some reason. Did you see that?
Yeah,
he threw two crosses at I don't know why. That's why both of them didn't even reach Tetee. But again, he's switching his stances a lot, so maybe, I don't know. I don't know what this is. Ooh! 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 That was great!
Oh, he's done.
Ow!
Oh.
That was beautiful. That was beautiful. Wow.
Was that a liver shot?
Yeah, I think that hit the liver. Yeah,
Ooh,
I think that
done.
hit the liver. Yeah.
That's such a weird punch. Woo!
Look at that. He dropped his mouth.
He's done. No, it's weird because it just kills your fight. You're done. You can't do it.
Your body literally shuts
Yeah,
up. That was a great angle off. Look at that. Look at that. Boom! Uppercut right there.
One?
Oh, is it this one? There's the hook.
Oh,
left hook.
See
yeah,
it.
left
Oh.
hook. Yeah, left hook. Woo!
Ah.
Look at that. Boom.
Ooh.
Look at that.
Oh, but that. Oh, wow, that's so much power.
Yeah.
Damn, bro.
Yeah, that's the thing about the human arm is that if you really want to protect your head, there's going to be a little space between the elbow and your hips,
Yeah,
right? That
yeah,
space
that
is
little
Tetee
space.
went in, just boom, hit him. Yeah, so that was a great KO victory. Like technically like TKO. So, yeah, that was great. Wow.
Stance.
Yeah. Oof. So we didn't get to see if his legs were to give out by the third round for just always going low. Tangmo and Daniel. No, that's Tangmo's not the guy who owns the Ali BBQ. No, but yeah, I've seen Tangmo before. So I was like, why do I know Tangmo? So the next one's gonna be really funny too.
Creating your own online studio has never been easier. With the Dojo's turnkey solution, you'll have the opportunity to reach new and existing clients, organize your curriculum, and set your own schedule as you grow your business. We've designed the Dojo with your needs, wants, and goals in mind because we are just like you. We're martial arts instructors with decades of experience who passionately care about our industry. With the Dojo, you'll be able to set your own schedule, set your own pricing, and have a platform to advertise your school and reach a global audience. Dollar for dollar, there's no better subscription service available. With our platform, you'll be able to curate your content and live stream your classes. When a student subscribes to your program, you'll earn 90% of that subscription fee. You'll have access to all the community building tools that will allow you and your students to interact and have meaningful conversations via message boards, forums, and personalized content galleries. For more details, visit thedojo.com.
Great MMA match to come. Tangmo, aka This is Tangmo, versus Daniel Dörrer, the Peaceful Warrior. Brought to you by Southeast Asia Fighting Championship. I'm your host, Jerry, from Fight Commentary Breakdowns. I will do this one solo as my guest hosts take a break. Tangmo does traditional jiu-jitsu and some boxing. Daniel Dörrer does boxing, kickboxing, and MMA. In fact, Daniel said that he's doing this for charity, so any proceeds he gets from this match, he's donating it to 2 local projects. He's working on social projects. So, good cause. Both of them are great people. So right now, they're just thinking about trading jabs, just establishing distance, being very careful with each other. Notice them circling. Great leg kick by Dörrer, which wobbles Tangmo a little bit. Tangmo felt that one. So, I think both of them know, since they're pretty big, that if any of them land any solid hits, it's going to hurt. So, and also they know if any of them bum rushes, it'll very quickly end up on the ground. So they're circling, being very careful. Not backing up, not going forward, trying to find angles. So Tangmo responds with a kick, and the lighting is making it hard, I assume, for both fighters to concentrate sometimes. Still trading the jabs. Now, Tangmo is very famous in Thailand. He has a viral KO video, so if you guys haven't seen that, definitely check that out. Woo! That was a spin kick. If it landed, it would have been a KO. So Daniel has some crazy kicks that we hope to see more in this match. Great kick. All right, it looks like Daniels pulled the trigger. It is his territory now. So Tangmo's putting up a knee shield. He's defending against this side mount becoming potentially a full mount. See that right knee going up? Now, Daniel is potentially thinking of mounting, or he could pound a little bit here. Maybe go for a submission. We'll see what he decides. Tangmo is not really angling on his hips. Oh, this is an Americana right there. This is an Americana. Did Tangmo just tap? I think Tangmo just tapped. So, I think, yep, this was a submission finish. Daniel Dörrer just beat Tangmo in an MMA match. Good lesson for ground, too. When you're on the ground, do not be flat on your back, which Tangmo was. And he got caught in an Americana submission. So, here's a little replay. That was a crazy spin kick. And right there, another replay of that. That definitely scared Tangmo a little. That kick landed, and this was the Americana finish. So, Tangmo's traditional jiu-jitsu background, I don't know how much sparring there is, grappling-wise. Also don't know how much they look at submissions and stuff like that, but it says traditional jiu-jitsu on his fight card. So the winner of this match is Daniel Dörrer. I'm sorry if I pronounce your name wrong. It's probably something like Daniel Dörrer or something. I don't know. So apologies if I pronounce your name wrong. But this was a great and quick MMA match from Southeast Asia Fighting Championship in collaboration with thedojo.com. Shout out to that girl with the red hair that looks like Harley Quinn taking pictures. This is Fight Commentary Breakdowns, Jerry. More guests will be co-hosting this with me next match. Next match is AJ Allen versus Rockie Bactol, another pro MMA. And it's special rules, by the way. So, very interesting. But we got another fight coming up.
Alive or dead, it's your choice.
His name is No Fucking Money. Yes!
He loves the Bangkok rolling we got going on now. Big swing by Ali. Yeah, there we go. Finally got the distance.
Steven the Panda Bryson.
There we go. He will view left hand from Panda, that hook.
Denman.
Only kicking, and he's acting like a tough guy. Oh! Nice knee.
Good solid knee there from elbow. Elbow dropped him.
Dropped him at the end.
Alright, so this is an MMA match. AJ Allen versus Rockie Bactol. And this is Jerry and Jerry commenting. Fight Commentary Breakdowns.
Hispanic Jerry and Asian Jerry.
That's right. So we can tell Rockie's much shorter. AJ got a big reach advantage. AJ's from the U.S. and Rockie is from the Philippines. So, in fact, this is the first fight in MMA for AJ. So he's done other stuff. In fact, he's got 45 fights, but this is AJ's first MMA fight.
Any background styles?
It doesn't say in the the fighter profile. It looks like Muay Thai probably, and then Rockie's had more freestyle MMA. He's fighting on Yorky MMA, Wildcard MMA. So here they go. The shorter guy, we blitz in. This is MMA. If you want to get in a striker match with someone taller, unless you're a better striker. So Rockie's in red and AJ's in blue. So, right. Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go. Here comes the grappling. He's taking him down. Oh, he got it. He got it. He got it.
I thought he lost it there
For a second, huh? But I think he's got it. He's mounted him. AJ's giving up his back. Yeah.
So easily, too.
Yeah.
Damn,
Uh-oh. And now he is. Look at this. Huh.
I mean, we all knew this was the game plan for Rocky,
Yeah.
but this was too soon.
Yeah, this was too soon and almost too easy for him.
Yeah, way too easy.
Yeah. So, but as of now, AJ doesn't seem to know much as to how to defend against this. He's kind of turtling up, but now Rockie is okay. I thought Rockie was gonna commit to the choke, but I guess not. So Rockie just has a dominant position. Oh, a little attempt. He pulled him into guard. I don't know if there was also an attempt at a sweep, but at least he pulled him into guard. Now he's holding him up close, which is good. That way he can't posture up to really hurt you with a lot of blows. But by the way, they're wearing shoes. Yeah, interesting. MMA with shoes, huh? So AJ's trying to push Rockie's face away, but Rocky responds with some punches. So AJ's just kind of keeping it close. They're kind of stalled out a little bit, but as of this round, Rocky's won. Unless AJ does something like a sweep or submission attempt or clocks him really well a few strikes. But yeah, I'm sure AJ knows right now that he's behind in the points. So
yeah, he probably just wants to survive, judging by the time.
Yeah, survive this round and maybe next round come back with a different game plan or something like that. Yeah, see his guard's kind of open too. Oh, he's trying to technical stand up a little bit. So he's trying to get distance. He's that technical stand up. So technical stand up is usually the first thing people practice in jiu-jitsu. So looks like he's had some jiu-jitsu. Oh, there we go. He's back striking. Just be careful. Don't get into a grappling match with him. Fight angle, and just a lot of takedown defense. That was a weird camera pan that just disoriented me. So, also because the lighting's so fickle in this, you could probably utilize the lighting very effectively in MMA matches.
It's like a flashlight.
It's like a flashlight, exactly.
It's like, what the hell?
Yeah. So maybe when he's coming towards you, you try to back up into a point where his eyes are blinded a little, and then you could prevent the grappling. I feel like part of the reason Rocky ate a bunch of punches earlier in that slow-mo was because he backed into the light. So this is the corner telling them their game plan. If I were Rocky's corner, I think I would say doing a very good job. Yeah, just watch the strikes to the face. And then if I were AJ's corner, I'd say, look, you're behind in the points right now, so you better step it up. But you can't rush in either because then you're going to get taken down. So when you did jiu-jitsu, Jared, you guys practiced a lot of kind of defense against strikes into kind of jiu-jitsu positioning, right? A little bit?
Not as much as I would have wanted to.
But a little bit. I know your professor kind of did some of that. Kind of like if someone's punching, what do you do to kind of do jiu-jitsu? So there's a difference between jiu-jitsu and there's a difference between combat jiu-jitsu and there's this difference between MMA jiu-jitsu. So we're seeing that this is Full-Metal Dojo 2. That's what the card says, Full-Metal Dojo. But this is brought to you by Seafc, Southeast Asia Fighting Championships, and thedojo.com. Let's see if AJ's game plan has changed at all. He is trying to stay much more. See, there's more of a range
keeping
now.
His distance more.
Yeah. So that camera pan was really weird too. That camera switch.
Ooh.
He missed a strike there on the camera switch.
He could have used that opportunity to rush in.
Then he did.
He kind of like left his arms out.
Yeah, exactly. I guess having your arms out makes it easier to sprawl a little, huh? He didn't really. He's almost. He has like a Kimura grip here. AJ has a Kimura grip. That's his attempt to defend against Rocky's takedown. Rocky's probably gonna get it. He's really committed to the single leg. Oh! Ooh. Good job, AJ. The ropes also make this interesting. Not a cage. By the way, Nick is over there on the left. Shout out, Nick. Whoa! Oh! Uncontrolled descent, but it's back in kind of the position that round one ended at. Actually, no. Round one he was fully mounted, or he had guard. This time he has kind of half guard, a little lockdown half guard. Rocky, I don't know if he's looking to pass. Whatever his game plan is.
Yeah, he doesn't look to want to get side control.
Yeah. Oh, you're right. He's probably trying to move to side control. right now, AJ is not doing enough to try to escape this position. So.
Yeah, and holding him down just gets tiring.
Yeah,
too,
it gets
after a while.
tiring. And the other hand is not trapped, right? That's the problem, is you really have to... Yeah, there you go. Scoot the hips. There you go. Scoot the hips. Yeah,
Get
shrimp.
a knee in between.
Yeah, exactly. Think about the kind of Jiu-Jitsu 101, the different defenses you have to be mounted. This is definitely not one of them. Right? And that's a helicopter outside. So, now what is Rocky's game plan here? Because is he going to go for the rear naked choke now? What is he doing here? Some other kind of submission, maybe? Or just elect a hit? I mean, I guess he realized he won the round 2, so... Oh!
I don't know, because he looks a bit too static once he gets these positions.
Yeah.
It's like he doesn't know what to do.
Yeah.
Doesn't know what submission we go for.
Yeah.
And he's not really striking like that's his game plan.
Yeah. So... I mean, this round still goes to Rocky, but like you said, once he gets the position, he's not really doing anything. Yeah. But either way, this round goes to Rocky, and if I were his corner, I would definitely just say, yo, when you get your position, okay, work on something. Work on a submission. Work on strikes. So, that's the most strikes he did this round. Interesting kind of turtle position that AJ gave to. I guess a good lesson to this is learn some kind of defenses from turtle too. So if you do end up in that position, thank you. If you end up in that position, you know what to do, because there's a lot of things you can do from turtle. So. Third round about to happen. MMA rules. AJ Gladstone Allen versus Rocky Bactol. Brought to you by Southeast Asian Fighting Championship, CFC, also called Full Dojo. And then thedojo.com, which Fight Commentary Breakdown is part of thedojo.com. So definitely go check it out. Great show of respect. If you don't like our commentary, don't curse in the comment section. Instead, go on to the dojo and curse us out. We welcome that. The dojo is censorship free. Anyways, back to the action. So AJ is a little bit going for broke. He is much more aggressive. He has to, because he's lost 2 rounds. Mm-hmm. So the lighting, is that lighting?
He should utilize his jabs more.
Yeah, jabs, definitely.
To keep that distance.
Yeah.
Yeah, more of that, more bouncing around. He has the height for it to reach.
Yeah. Unfortunately, he got put in the pocket. It's about to happen again. He has that little bit of a Kimura grip again. Oop, oop, oop.
Which isn't working.
Yeah,
Just stick this problem.
Yeah, exactly. Because unless you can, the moment he takes you down, you can end up, ooh, okay. He took him down. Let's see if he's able to capitalize on this.
It'd be funny if he does.
Yeah,
like
he went
his
by
only
submission.
takedown, and he went by submission, and we hear Rocky got 2 and
Yeah.
couldn't do anything.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, they're standing up. Look at the lighting. Look at the lighting. He's in the lighting. He had the cameraman had to turn up the iris.
AJ can go for a hip throw. Well, not anymore now that they're facing the ropes. But before, he could have just switched his arms and gone for a hip throw.
It's true. Oh no, he just gave up his back. Oh, rough.
Yeah, he has to be a white belt or he hasn't trained jiu-jitsu.
Can't stall like this, man. You got about a minute. We've lost this fight. There you go. There we go. Okay, go for broke. Try to knock him out.
Yeah, at this point, you need a few combos to even the score.
Yeah. Try to knock him out, man.
Jab, and kick.
Yeah.
Try to change angles. Try to go high and low.
Yeah.
Body shots, head shots.
Yeah.
Jump kicks, round kicks.
Yep.
Just keep that distance.
Exactly. Woo! There we go. You see? That was good head movement. Yeah, you got it. Gotta keep that up, AJ. Gotta keep that up. You got 30 seconds, man. Woo! Rocky with a counter jab. Oh, Rockie's like, all right. He's trying to grapple again. Yeah. Unless there's a miracle, AJ's lost this.
He could bait him for a... Well, I would try this one. Just bait him for a takedown, try to get him in an uppercut.
Yeah.
If that's allowed.
Well, he baited him for a takedown, but he didn't uppercut. Yep, this is the end. This is the end. So, back to the drawing board for AJ. He's definitely going to have to work on either takedown defense or jiu-jitsu, or both. Yeah. So here are some replays. That was a really cool. It almost feels like AJ has some wrestling experience or something. The way he just took Rocky down like that. But it's not enough. You need jiu-jitsu or takedown defense or judo or sambo. Get some grappling. Yeah. Wow. We got to play around with kind of a lot of jiu-jitsu with shoes. I wonder if it makes certain things like your guard. Is your guard tighter now? Because your shoes can latch onto each other, right? It's different than your feet.
Yeah.
So, and then
makes sense.
Maybe it makes certain sweeps easier because having the soles of the shoes on your leg
definitely makes your takedowns easier. You don't slip on your own sweat.
You don't slip, yeah, exactly. So yeah, went to Rocky. No surprise here. So it's interesting that they had shoes, and I guess maybe that's why they weren't kicking. This kind of special rule type of MMA. It's like punches and grappling. That's pretty cool. I like that. So, because there's punches and grappling, next up, I hope we see kicks and grappling only, so no punches. Next fight is Wisava King versus Nick Lee, and you guys will see Rob in the next commentary. So, Jerry will take a little break, and he'll be back after the next commentary.
Creating your own online studio has never been easier. With the Dojo's turnkey solution, you'll have the opportunity to reach new and existing clients, organize your curriculum, and set your own schedule as you grow your business. We've designed the Dojo with your needs, wants, and goals in mind because we are just like you. We're martial arts instructors with decades of experience who passionately care about our industry. With the Dojo, you'll be able to set your own schedule, set your own pricing, and have a platform to advertise your school and reach a global audience. Dollar for dollar, there's no better subscription service available. With our platform, you'll be able to curate your content and live stream your classes. When a student subscribes to your program, you'll earn 90% of that subscription fee. You'll have access to all the community building tools that will allow you and your students to interact and have meaningful conversations via message boards, forums, and personalized content galleries. For more details, visit thedojo.com.
Okay, so I am here with Rob.
Heyo.
And this is Wisava King versus Nick Lee. Now, they're both veterans of the sport. Nick he used to be a 1FC fighter. So Nick hasn't fought in a while. And I believe he has some injuries already. If you look at his left knee right there. Wisava's the one in the dark corner, wearing the blue gloves. Nick is wearing the red. And ref is, of course, just going over stuff. Nick is also the guy who put on this fight night.
Okay, cool.
So, as you guys know, there's Fight Commentary Breakdowns, Jerry and Rob.
Hey.
This is brought to you by Full Metal Dojo, CFC, thedojo.com, and Ali's Barbecue. So that's right.
I feel like they need just maybe 3 more lights.
Yeah, 3 more lights, exactly. Right now, it's too harsh, the lighting.
Well, right in the center.
In the center,
I feel
too.
like if you go to the corners, all of a sudden you're like...
Yeah, you disappear like that.
Yeah.
Just...
And you really don't want that like bright light behind your opponent because that's going to like blind you essentially or distract you at least.
That was a great overhand right by Nick.
Yeah, good clinch.
Yeah. So that camera angle is not helpful.
But he's got double unders here. And
the opponent has double unders on Nick.
It looks like he's got double unders, Yeah, he got double unders. What he could do here is just gable grip, suck it into the ribs, and then elevate his hips and just drop them. This is MMA, correct?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So yeah, here he okay. So now it looks like, I mean, this guy's not defending these double unders at all.
Definitely
at all.
not.
He's just sort of And now he's trying to push him away. I'm not sure what happened.
And
there.
I think this is when Nick had an injury.
Oh, no.
Something about his knee, the knee that was wrapped up.
Got it.
Yeah, his
oh no.
Something, his MCL, his LCL, and I think his ACL, they all tore or something crazy like that. Yeah. So a good lesson to this, and I think Nick would be the first one to say it. Don't push yourself when you're injured, which he was. Yeah. So his knee just gave out.
Wow.
Yeah. So
it didn't look like there was a trip attempt or anything.
Yeah. I think his knee just gave out. So, guys, also strengthen your lower legs, man. I can give you some exercises. I'm sure Rob can give you some exercises too. So this was the moment.
Oh yeah, he
right
did.
there.
Okay, so he did try to elevate his opponent, and that's probably what happened in trying to pick him up.
Mm-hmm.
Probably buckled his leg.
I see. So that's some replays. That was a good overhand right by
really
Nick.
Good overhand right there.
And I think Nick was originally, he had the advantage because, Nick had the double underhooks like he said.
Mm-hmm. He just didn't know how to like trip him without causing
an injury to himself. Yeah. So this was a short one, but props to Nick for stepping up as the fight promoter.
Yeah.
But also probably not the most prudent decision. So
get that rehab in.
Exactly, get that rehab in. I told Nick, man, just heal.
Mm-hmm.
Just heal. So I guess this one would be a win for Wisava King by injury of the opponent. So cool. So Rob, thanks for watching this one with us.
Absolutely.
And we'll have different commentators, as you know, for the different matches. So far you've seen Rob and Alex. Who's gonna be next?
Maybe John Evans.
John Evans, yeah. Let's see if we can get John Evans in on this. Cool. Awesome. Next up, Po Denman versus Fanny Palumpi. It's a super flyweight boxing match.
Nice.
Cool. Thank you, man.
Yeah, brother.
Creating your own online studio has never been easier. With the Dojo's turnkey solution, you'll have the opportunity to reach new and existing clients, organize your curriculum, and set your own schedule as you grow your business. We've designed the Dojo with your needs, wants, and goals in mind because we are just like you. We're martial arts instructors with decades of experience who passionately care about our industry. With the Dojo, you'll be able to set your own schedule, set your own pricing, and have a platform to advertise your school and reach a global audience. Dollar for dollar, there's no better subscription service available. With our platform, you'll be able to curate your content and live stream your classes. When a student subscribes to your program, you'll earn 90% of that subscription fee. You'll have access to all the community building tools that will allow you and your students to interact and have meaningful conversations via message boards, forums, and personalized content galleries. For more details, visit thedojo.com.
So I'm back with Jerry, Hispanic Jerry, Mexican Jerry, and this is the co-main event. This is a super flyweight boxing. Po Denman, who we've seen before on Potion Fight Night, and Fanny Palumpi. Hopefully I said your last name right. And Po is Thai, and Fanny is Greek. That's pretty cool. Fanny's had 92 pro Muay Thai fights. Wow. She's 79 wins, 32 losses, 1 draw. That's a lot of fights. So 112 fights total. Po has had 10 fights, and she's had 8 wins, 2 losses. So there's an experience differential. But Po's part of the Denman camp, so the Denman seem to be a formidable team here. So, and this is a boxing match too, so Po's got her right hand closer to her face now. Last time she kept paying for that. She was fighting Marie last time, and Marie kept hitting her. So Po's hands are closer, right hand's closer to her face now. You see, look at the difference between guard that Fanny has, which is Po. So the ref is in the way. I guess you see that was a good body jab. You got your head off center line. Po's throwing a body jab too, but her right hand left her face, which is not the best form. So oof, that was good. So this is almost more like a fencing kind of right now what they're doing. Just fencing, which is fine. You can start out with the jab slowly. Yeah, it's very fencing-like. But I can't say I'm much better. I usually only hit people with jabs, and then when people hit me with hooks, I cry. So, I mean, the hardest I've been hit, I think, was with a hook. I mean, you got hit with a cross once that dazed you, right?
Oh, yeah.
So, for me, I think, I don't know, hooks, it's just something about
those things.
Yeah, exactly. You see. And, yeah. Another thing to notice is, whew! Okay, that was wild.
Fanny's just picking her moments.
Yeah, exactly. Fanny's more shoulder off. I think Post much more bladed. There's a little bit of difference in how they say, ooh, that was a great punch that Fanny landed on. Oh. It's so funny. This is kind of like how when I spar, I pick my shots too. If someone bull rushes me or whatever, I don't do well. So that's how you beat Jerry in sparring. You bull rush him and he usually cries. That was good head movement by Poe. The one thing is, if you notice, Fanny, when she feints, she gets both of Poe's hands to react. So Fanny could probably capitalize on that. Also, when Poe parries with her right, her hands leave her face too much. She doesn't need to leave too much. So those are two kind of things that Fanny could exploit. There's a little wild flailing in Poe's arms sometimes, but she's not as experienced as Fanny, so those habits will leave as she keeps training. Ooh! Little hook exited from the little clinch they had. Both trading jabs. Hey ref, maybe it's time for you to... Yeah, exactly. That ref's standing very far. He's like, I don't want to get hit by them. I might get knocked out too. So that was the end of the first round. Oh, that was a quick round. I think if this is co-main event, this might be 5 rounds, I believe. So it might be a longer fight. So that was good head movement by Poe. I noticed that. She did turn her back, but in this case, it's okay. So both of them are going to the body and the head, which is better than some of the other fights we've seen. And while we're at it, guys, you are watching S.E.A.F.C, and this is also a collaboration with thedojo.com. So go check out the dojo. I'm Jerry, and this is the two Jerry's fight commentary breakdowns.
Hispanic Jerry,
Asian Jerry. And you can find us on the dojo in addition to on fight commentary breakdowns. I don't know how many of you watch our channel, but you find us on fight commentary breakdowns on Facebook, YouTube, etc., and on the dojo. And you'll find more CFC stuff on the dojo, so definitely check it all out. Also, Ali's Barbecue sponsored corner makes me a little hungry. We're here commentating from California, so a lot of good Mexican food here. Oh, there's a lot of good barbecue places too. There's a really good barbecue place in Culver City. Okay, enough about food. Back to the fights. So
Fanny has the height advantage, doesn't she?
She definitely has a height.
But she's shrinking herself into her stance, and I think Poe's doing the same.
Yeah.
If Poe can just stand up straight.
A little bit, huh?
Just guard herself.
Guard herself a little more.
Not shrink down. She might be able to capitalize on a few overhooks.
Yeah, exactly. There it is. Wow. I get it why Poe's hands are like that, but knowing that she's paid a few times for her hands not being attached to her chin, and it happened last fight too. But if you have your hands there kind of lower, it's a little more deceptive. Woohoo! Fanny definitely won this exchange. Poe's got a little overhook on Fanny. Also, we've talked about this before, but the lighting is not very conducive. Certain angles, if you don't look, you're gonna blind yourself. So, if some fighters could probably take advantage of this, position yourself so the other person's facing the blinding light. That was good.
Both of them need the angle.
Yeah,
look for an opening.
Yeah, definitely. Also, if I were Poe, I would put my jab hand a little higher, especially because, like you said, Fanny's shrinking. Yeah, she's really tight, right? If your jab hand's a little higher, you could potentially jab at her face more. Poe's jab hand's so low. There we go. I mean, and with your hand being so low, it's harder for her to see when you jab, right? But oh, great cross. Fanny's great with the combos right now. She looked down. She's like, that's one thing. Sometimes I practice. I try to not look where I'm hitting. It's much easier said than done.
He lost balance with that one.
Yeah, that's a bad habit that I think Po has. Even though she has head movement, she keeps giving her back when she's doing the slipping and the rolling and the whatever, all the other terms. So far, I think Fanny's winning this. Okay, she got a Playboy sports bra. Huh. I think we need to reach out to Playboy. Give us some sponsorship.
Hey, maybe she has an OnlyFans account.
Maybe, huh? Yeah, you never know. I mean, previous Full Metal Dojos, they actually got sponsored by Cam Soda, so wouldn't be a thing to not reach out to OnlyFans or stuff like that. So, end of the second round. I think Fanny definitely took this. Look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that. So, Po's down by 2 rounds now. Oof.
Fanny's had more combos and she's picked her moments to go in.
Yeah. And part of the reason why Po ate so many shots during that first exchange we saw was because Po's hands were not close to her face. If her hands were closer to her face, instead of getting tangled, just hold it in, just be tight. You might take a few shots, but your gloves are also going to help absorb some of that impact. So, a good lesson we're learning. Right.
And Po's very static too throughout the whole fight. She's just standing in one place, bouncing up and down.
Yeah.
She needs to angle out more. That's making it easy for Fanny to pick the moments to go in.
Definitely. And Po, of course, part of the Denman camp. She is... Oh, she's done left way, too. Po's done boxing, Muay Thai, and left way. And she's actually done the first female bare knuckle... First Thai female bare knuckle fight, which is pretty cool. And Fanny's had a lot of accolades we'll read off later. She's got a lot of... So, you could kind of say this might be a little bit of a mismatch. Fanny might have a lot more experience. So, hey, sometimes you never want to underestimate the underdog.
Well, she has a lot more professional experience or semi-pro experience, but Po, I mean, she's done less way and she's been like pioneering bare knuckle fights and stuff. She should be able to carry her weight.
Yeah, exactly. Po's almost doing like a Philly shell now, you notice. I mean, a lot of times when you start getting tired, a Philly shell is a natural thing to do, right? Because one of your hands don't have to stay up. At least that's me when I get tired. So when Jerry switches to a Philly shell, if you spar him, you know he's getting tired. I'm giving away ways to beat me, but you can beat me easily, so it's not like a secret.
But I don't think the Philly shell is a good idea for Po because of the height disadvantage.
Yeah, exactly. One of the weaknesses of the Philly shells, they can come from the top and hit you from above, right? Exactly. So if you got lightning reflexes or you're taller, then Philly shell works. Yeah. The camera's tripping me out because from this angle, Po looks bigger. She looks taller. So I don't know if it's a trick of the camera or something. Oh, that was a great little hook or maybe it was a right that Fanny landed. Ref keeps blocking me. See, dude. Oh, that was look at that.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, gorgeous head to the body, etc. So Po's definitely lost this round. Yeah, you gotta follow up. She's flicked the jab a few times, but you gotta follow up with other strikes. In general, just combos. And I think part of just having more experience is that combos are more of your muscle memory. I hesitated there with the right. Nice good little head movement by Fanny. Fanny is dropping her right now when she strikes. So Poe could probably take advantage of that. See how bright the lights are, dude?
Poe almost took away.
Yeah, exactly.
Ooh.
So they're both orthodox, right? So some strategies and kind of the angles they can do. I'm thinking about right now.
They're both too static right now.
It's so funny. The way they're fighting is kind of how I spar with some people. Like I see a lot of like uncanniness in me. That was a good connection that Poe did, but Poe landed way more strikes in this. Hopefully we'll see that beautiful moment where she did the head and she landed in the body later. Nope, they didn't show that. Cool. Yeah, this is I believe this is 5 rounds. So no, this is not 5 rounds. This is 3 rounds. Honestly, it was a pretty exciting fight. I forgot how many rounds have passed, so it might be the end. Good little display of friendship and camaraderie and professionalism after the fight. I wonder if they speak in Thai or they speak in English. Or they speak in Greek. Or, surprise us. Maybe they speak in Latin or something to each other. There's like a fighter language that we don't know. I mean, the fighter... Oh, it's a draw. I disagree with that. I think Fanny won. Yeah, so I disagree with that decision. I think Fanny won. So next up, we have our main event, a kickboxing event. Mariana versus Nong Noi. So if you are excited about this match, the next match will be more exciting. Okay, so this is the main event, pro kickboxing match, Nong Noi versus Mariana. And I'm here with Jerry, and I'm Jerry also, so this is Fight Commentary Breakdowns. And of course, there's the CFC and the Dojo. Some other sponsors on the screen too. So, this main event's very interesting. They're both very formidable fighters, and there's a kickboxing match. So,
oh, interesting.
Yeah. I know, Jerry, your punches are very formidable, right? But I've seen you kick too. So Jerry and I haven't sparred before, but we definitely one day we'll spar. Maybe we'll show you guys. But yeah, I definitely don't want to eat Jerry's punches.
Yeah, you'll be fine. They're pretty weak.
My neck's too long though. That's the problem, guys. By the way, since we're at it, PSA: do your neck exercise. You're gonna get hit. Do lots of neck exercise.
I'm way behind there.
But your neck's also shorter than mine, so that's you. I just need to do them because if I don't do them, one hit's gonna make it go. I get hit once and I start speaking Spanish. Ay caramba! Right? So this is the first round. Mariana goes in. She's aggressive. She's the aggressor. Look at that. Combos landing. Woo! Look at her. She's got that kill face on.
She does.
And it's not the Master Ken kill face. Look at that. Was great. Going from a check to a kick. Oof. Mariana has a big reach advantage. Ooh, hesitating by Nong Noi.
Nong Noi looks a bit surprised.
Yeah. She's
how
like,
this started.
I was not expecting this. Ooh, there we go. Ooh, she caught the leg. Nong Noi caught the leg.
Where's Nong Noi from? Philippines?
I assume
Thailand?
she's probably Thai. Yeah. And Mariana almost caught that kick again. Mariana's Brazilian, by the way, in case I didn't say that. Great check. Ooh, very good standard Muay Thai form right there Mariana has. She's formidable. Ooh, good check by Nong. Good, she didn't eat the jab. It's always harder when there's this much of a reach advantage. As for the shorter fighter, it's always harder. So just remember that.
Yeah, Mariana looks like a good 2 inches or something.
Yeah.
What's the weight division?
I honestly forgot. You guys will probably get that in the description, if not the pinned comments of this video. Yeah.
Are seats in it?
If it says kickboxing, I get a feeling probably not. Because they didn't say Muay Thai, it said kickboxing. So, probably not. Yeah, this fight would change a lot of sweeps.
He would have one right there.
Rib kick. No, it. Thigh kick. I like that Mariana changes the places she kicks at and punches at. Very good. I love it. So, I still notice a little bit of hesitancy.
I'm so traumatized to kick at the below the waist ever since the Anderson Silva leg break a while back.
I was just watching some of those old K1 matches, and those are gnarly. There's people's foots being broken, and the shin landing on the knee happens more than we see. There was one I saw where the shin landed on the knee. It didn't break, but there was a big cut, like a huge cut on the shin. So yeah, definitely got to be careful when you low kick.
But I mean, just the thigh and the calf are like great places to just land your roundhouse.
Big targets. It's always a trade-off. Oof, ow. Woof, that body kick I definitely noticed. She did connect when her leg got caught. She connected with the right. Nung did, but Mariana then kicked her down. Nung looks much more tired. She looks demoralized. It's okay. You can come back. Even though you lost the first round, you still come back.
I wonder if Mariana's boyfriend pissed her off before the fight.
Oh, just to get her to extra type of, yeah. Probably.
Going in with everything.
Yeah. She's like, yeah, if you don't win this match, I kick you out of the house for a week. And Mariana's like, oh no. But knowing Mariana, she'd probably be like, oh really? I'll just find someone else then. You know, I get that feeling. Very feisty.
Mariana will be the one kicking him
out
of that.
Exactly. Mariana's like, oh, you just wait. I'll beat my opponent and then I'll kick you out of the house with a teep. Yeah. So, oof. Now, Nung's a little bit more aggressive now. I think her corners. Oof. Ooh. Great combo by Mariana. Oh, the lighting changes on the camera. It's like being jabbed in the face, like what just happened. I definitely don't want to be on the wrong side of Mariana, man. She's very skilled. Woo!
She's just picking her off right now.
Wow. Ooh! Nice. That push kick. Oh! Now the knee. Yeah. I guess clinching is maybe a few seconds of clinching, or sometimes the rule is you can throw one strike and clinch, right? So you clinch, you can throw one strike. Yep, see, they stop it after the first strike. Oof. There we go, that was good. Good, so that was a great, None's finding her confidence again. Don't drop your hands!
Yeah, especially with how calm Mariana is. That's just like she's giving up a roundhouse to the face.
Exactly. Woo! There seems to be lack of clinch work on None's training. I don't see her able to fight the clinch every time Mariana puts it on her.
And lack of footwork too. She's not aiming.
Yeah,
she's just in front of her.
Yeah. Whoa! Is that TKO? That might be TKO.
Yeah, that has to be. She's not even protecting herself.
Yeah. She says she's okay.
But that happened because of the lack of head movement and the lack of footwork.
Yeah. Woof! Ooh, Mariana smells blood now. Yeah, she's like oh, yeah. Nung's a little concussed, man. You can tell she's throwing 2 strikes. Ooh, and that's a TKO right there. Nung threw both her hands together. Whenever fighters do that, you're like, okay, they're either really tired or they're concussed.
There's a karate move that's like that, right?
Yeah, Wing Chun too. There's some Shingi moves too that are both. Oh, I think the ref stopped this. So that's a TKO victory, TKO finish by Mariana. Boom! Ouch. So that was a knee. Boom! I got a knee. Ouch. Woo! That was the left we saw that caught Mariana. I think that was the TKO shot right there. Looks like it hit the liver. So, no question as to who won this. So this was the main event, guys. It delivered. It delivered in its fierceness. And now Mariana can go back home and kick her boyfriend out. Yeah, be like, yeah, you didn't believe in me. That's what's so fierce. So, look at her. The victory. She's really, really happy. Oh, look at that great show of respect.
Yeah, I'd be respecting her too, fighting through concussions.
Yeah, exactly. Jeez, man. Oof. If I were the ref, I probably would have stopped it before when she wasn't responding, when she wasn't actually protecting herself. I wouldn't have even given her a standing count. I would have just said, look, that's it, TKO.
Yeah, that was just sending her back to the slaughter.
Yeah, exactly. And it is what it is, right? So, guys, this was a really good main event, Mariana versus Illinois. And this is CFC and a collaboration with thedojo.com. This was Fight Commentary Breakdowns and commentating. Hispanic Jerry and Asian Jerry, and you've also saw Rob and Alex and some other guests too. So hope you enjoyed this little team commentary effort, and we'll be back for more. So we'll talk soon.
Peace.
Alive or dead, it's your choice.
His name is no fucking money. Yes!
He loves the Bangkok rolling we got going on now. Big swing by Ali. Yeah, there we go. Finally got the distance.
Steven the Panda Bryson.
There we go. You left hand from Panda, that hurt.
Denman.
Only kicking, and he's acting like a tough guy. Oh! Nice knee.
Good solid knee there from elbow. Elbow drops it.
Dropped him at the end.